Excuse me, March 27th, Tuesday. Let's see, yesterday I walked 3 miles outside. I went out twice. I went to 2 stores and then went over to my mom's. She called me crying and losing it again. Yes, yesterday evening. I had to go over and sit with her and talk her down again. My neck was killing, so that's why I went to the drugstore and got icy hot because it's got lidocaine in it. I hope that's not a bad thing to put on my skin, but it did help with some of the pain because my neck was just killing me and I didn't want to keep putting in Motrin. So I slept good the night before, but felt really crappy yesterday. Not as crappy as the day before. The day before was like a 3. Yesterday was maybe a 5. Slept until around 3:30, woke up startled. Like something startles me. I don't know what that is, but I was able to doze back off and then had nightmares. Nightmares that left me. I woke up so anxious. My heart felt like it wasn't. I took my pulse, but it felt like it was pounding on my chest. I just felt like I was going to scream. It was so bad. The anxiety is just getting so bad in the morning. I can't. It's been bad for a long, long time, but it seems like it's getting worse some mornings. It's like I just can't bear it. I don't know what to do. So, of course, now my stomach's up in my chest. My mother actually remembered how, I don't know, well, she looked at, I think I've told you in the past, she's got one of these clocks that I bought her for her bedroom and living room. And it's a dementia memory Alzheimer's clock because in bold letters, it says the day, the date, the time, and the time of day, being morning, noon, evening, night. Because Alzheimer's, they'll look at the clock. They don't know if it's night or day, morning, night or day. So she had looked over the clock and said, oh, tomorrow's Tuesday. I said, yes. Well, we play bingo on Tuesdays. Mind you, 2 weeks ago is when we lost her after bingo in her own building. And I said, yes. And she goes, well, do I have your permission to play bingo? And I said, Mom, of course you can play bingo. And I'm thinking, and no, you can't, because I'm going to have to come over here and take you, walk you downstairs, because she goes, well, how am I going to get there? And I go, well, it's right downstairs. And of course, she was all confused. It's not in this building. It's not where it's where I live. And of course, anyways. So I will either walk over there at 12:30 because bingo starts at 1, so she can go downstairs and get the heck out of her apartment for 2 hours, or my husband said he'd come back and pick me up and bring me over. I don't think it matters how I'm going to feel. And then I got sad this morning because my oldest daughter, texted me right off this morning saying, I keep forgetting to ask you, how are you doing? How's your treatment going? And I said, it's going slow. I said, there's been small improvements. And she goes, well, any improvement's good, right? And I said, I guess. She goes, well, I have hope. And I said, well, I'm glad you do. Because unfortunately, I don't. When I start every single morning like this, it's never different. It's every single morning. The day can be a little bit different in different ways, but my mornings are always exactly the same. I wake up feeling like I am going to flipping lose my mind. My neck is already hurting. So it's been over a week now that my neck's been killing me. I don't know. I thought about maybe calling and making an appointment with the chiropractor, but like I said, it feels muscular. It feels like it's just tense. All the muscles in my neck are just like this, like bunches. It's the whole neck. And it could be from me crocheting a lot lately because I keep my head like this. Oh, Lord God, I don't know. Jesus. Praying for some of you who apparently are going through a very rough time also. I don't know what it is. That's not my business, but you're in my prayers. My dog seems all better now. Who knows what that was all about, but praise God, she's eating and walking and drinking, and even took a long walk last night with my husband. He hadn't done that in a couple of days, so the fact that she went out for a walk. I skipped my supplements yesterday morning because I went to the vet with my husband yesterday morning. God help me. 8:30. I went ahead with him and forgot to take my supplements, and I always take them in the morning. So I took them again this morning, and as you can see, my stomach is saying, I'm going to go 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off of this olive and oregano. I think my stomach needs longer periods of time to recoup from this stuff. LDN is up to 1 milligram now. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I really don't. My mental health is declining. It's getting worse and worse and worse. My sister is coming up the week of the 8th. She was going to come next week, but a friend of hers' father just died. And she said to me on the phone yesterday, Lane, I know you're really sick, so I'm fine taking care of myself. Okay? You don't have to do anything. You want to go and spend time in your bedroom? That's fine with me. I'm coming to see Mom. You don't have to feed me. You don't have to do anything. Well, that's all good and well, but somebody's in your house. You're just not going to ignore them. So I'm stressed about that. I thought 2018 was going to give me a reprieve from the curse. But guess not. Because every week it's something. Every single week it's something. You haven't gone a week with, it's nice and quiet. Especially with my mom. There's never going to be a week with nothing with my mom now. I mean, oh my Lord. I couldn't calm her down when I got to her apartment last night. I couldn't. She cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. I want to die. And I'm thinking, so do I. Let's do it together. Honestly, that's what I was thinking. I'm going, I hear you. Come on, Chewy. Making no sense about this is not her home. This is not her apartment. People just put things of hers in here. She's just babbling, and in my mind, I can't figure out what to say to her. There's a couple times that I literally just said, I don't even know what to say. Because how do you respond? Anyway, I'm going to let you go. Oh, God, please come soon. I'm done. I am done. For all of you who are much younger than me, 10, 15, 20 years younger than me, God bless you. You have a lot of life. You still got kids that are kind of young. You got estrogen still pumping through your body. I don't have any of that. So I'm done. I don't want to be a warrior. I don't want to be a fighter. I just want to lay down and let it. I'm going to stop. Bye. Hi. I want to talk about dementia and being a caregiver, because that's my job now. And I'm learning, and I'm stubborn, so I'm not learning quickly. But I am listening, and I'm trying to absorb. And so some tips that I can give that I've been given, which I have yet to be able to embrace 100%, is not to argue with them, because you're not going to win the fight. You're never going to win the fight. So, and that's my hardest one, because I want to be right. Let me try to think of an example. My mom saying to me, the Meals on Wheels that were delivered today are for a little old lady down the hall. And I say, no, they're not. They're for you. No, they're not. I don't get Meals on Wheels. And we go back and forth. I should just say, oh, well, I'll put them in the refrigerator for when she comes and gets them. So don't argue, because that's the biggest issue with my mother and I, is we argue constantly, because she refuses to accept anything that I say as being true, and I refuse to let her talk nonsense. So it's something that I am still learning and trying to practice. Another tip is to not reorient them. In the beginning stages, the very beginning stages, you can reorient them. At my mother's stage, there's no reorientating. For instance, she would tell me recently that she works. And instead of me just smiling and going, well, that's really nice, and I hope you enjoy going to work tomorrow. No, I had to say, Mom, you have been, you've been retired for, 20-some years. Because she doesn't understand that, she doesn't believe it, and she doesn't remember that. So you just, again, don't try to reorient them by telling them what is true in their life, but to just, okay. Let me come back with some other thoughts. I have to think this through right now. I'll be back. The biggest one is reasoning. Reasoning with somebody with dementia is her telling me that her apartment is not her home and she doesn't live there and she wants to go home. And I'm constantly trying to reason, this is your home. Look around you. Look around you. I've yet to figure out what I should actually say to her outside of, this is where you live now. Because that's not working for her. She's like, well, why? I don't want to live here now. Why are you keeping me captive? I don't want to live here. Why are you making me live here? So that little tidbit of just tell her she's safe and this is where she's staying now isn't really working for her. So I've yet to come up with a good answer to that, because this is an ongoing every single day thing. She doesn't live here. She wants to go home. Why are we not letting her go home? And when you ask her where home is, she talks nonsense. She doesn't even talk about old places she lived in. She's saying things that she's not places that... She's just babbling. So here's a couple tips that I am trying to learn. Again, I know that if the loved one is you have a good history with them, you had a good history, a loving, caring, nurturing history, that helps a lot because you have empathy for this person. If you had a relationship with this person that was none of those things, or at the very least, very small amounts of those things, the empathy kind of goes out the door. You're like, I don't have the patience for you. You didn't have the patience for me growing up. You didn't give a crap about me growing up. You haven't given a crap about my kids, your grandchildren. Why should I have all this care and love for you? Yes, Jesus commands us to love one another. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because otherwise I would just throw in her home and walk away. But it helps if the person, A, had a good relationship with you in your life, and B, has a personality that is comely. My mother's personality is brass and snarky and irritating. I know I take after her. God help me. I'm always telling my kids, nobody's going to blame you when you put the pillow over my face and hold down tight, because I can see I have a lot of my mother's tendencies in me. But I've watched a lot of videos on dementia patients and, these sweet old ladies and men, whatever their caregiver tells them, okay, all right, okay, Mom, we're going to go, all right, just very, accommodate. Whatever they tell them to do, they do. Not my mother. No. No. Everything's got to be, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? I'm not doing that. I had to sneak stuff out of her linen closet last night because she's always got her eyes on me, and she's got stuff in there from 2000, powders and lotions and crap. And I'm just putting it in a bag behind the door. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm just rearranging things. Because I couldn't tell her, this stuff is so old, it would probably hurt you if you applied it, and you would never use it anyways. It's been sitting in here since I moved you in. I can't reason. There's the reasoning. You can't reason with them. So I'm going to try to make little vlogs about dementia and being a caregiver while you are wicked sick, because I am wicked sick. I don't care if you think I don't look it or sound it or present it. I can tell you inside my head and my body, I feel like crap. I mean crap. And everything I do is very thought out, processed, and meticulously worked through. I can't just get up and do something. I have to think about it first. Well, I'm going to go into the kitchen and get something to eat. Okay, first I got to get up. So I got to walk into the kitchen. Then I got to figure out what it is I'm going to get to eat. It's a process, as you all know who have got Lyme. So I'm back and forth. Caregiving, being chronically ill, being a caregiver while being chronically ill. That will be the heading of my vlogs. How we deal, because this is just going to get worse and worse. Every day, it's just going to get worse. I'm finding I'm having to go over there every single day now. Just had a big fight with her on the phone again, and that's what made me come on here and go, I need to reinstitute these tips, because I was trying to reason with her, I argued with her, and I tried to reorient her, all in one phone conversation, and it didn't turn out well because she hung up on me. Now, I get the pleasure of, in 45 minutes, going to her place and walking her downstairs, getting on the elevator and going down to the first floor so she can play bingo, because she cannot be even allowed to go in her building alone anymore after the incident of her getting lost for 3 hours in that building. So that's what I get to do this afternoon. Do I feel like doing anything? No, I feel like crying, but I won't. I will go and do this because what's the worst it could do? Kill me. And that won't be a bad thing. That would be a pleasure. So I will come back on and video a little bit while I'm there. And you can see the fun I'm having sitting in a room with 85-year-olds playing bingo. Ha ha! Praise the Lord. It's good. There's my tinkle twinkle of the day. I know you're jealous.
Great Smoky Mountains.
Oh,
I was born in Kentucky.
oh really?
My father and mother were born in Tennessee, so I lived in Tennessee and Kentucky. And my father was a coal miner in Kentucky.
Wow.
And the mines closed during the Depression. And of course, there was, I don't know how many there was of us at that time. 5 or 6 or something like that.
Wow.
Because we ended up with 11, 10 girls and 1 boy.
God, I think 3 children is too much. Say hi to the camera, Ma.
Did you say something to me?
Yeah, say hello to the camera.
Say hello to the camera.
Oh, is that what you're saying? I didn't hear you. I heard Mom.
Well, I'm videoing you.
I'm on for today.
All right,
So anyway,
wow, 11 children. I can't even imagine 11 children. I
I
can't.
was the second oldest of 10 girls.
Oh, my Lord.
And there's only 3 of us left at the 2.
Shows the.
I'm usually not suspicious, but
So let me see. These are your good luck charms. You got. You got Elmo. You got Little Troll. And you got Mr. Elephant.
but I got
Anyone
a
else
couple
got
more
good
in
luck
here,
charms?
but I don't know.
No, I don't have any.
What about this little baby? What's this little baby?
That's a lucky charm.
That's a lucky charm.
It's a big luck charm.
That's a good luck charm. Wow. All right, so they're off going at it again. So I've cleaned out all her cabinets. I got rid of 80% of the stuff. I mean, she doesn't cook or anything, so I just brought it down to the utility room and put it on a big flatbed, and anyone who wants to take the pots and pans and whatever. I mean, there wasn't a lot, but cleaned out her broom closet, got that all organized. Because the day will come that I'm going to have to do it. I may as well do it now. She's not using any of this stuff. May as well just take care of it now. And a 91-year-old, the one that I showed you with the little troll and the elephant and the Elmo, she's 91. She still drives, and she's helping my mom because my mom can't figure out bingo, which doesn't surprise me. So she actually, I just went down there because they take a break. They start at 1. At 2 o'clock, they take a couple-minute break, go potty, get a drink and stuff. And she said, can you even move your mother a little bit closer to me so I can reach to help her? And I'm like, oh, boy. But at least my mother's out of the apartment and doing a little bit of socializing, and that's good for her because she does it never. So if it means I have to come over here and walk her back and forth, told my husband I should be getting paid for this. Should call my uncle and say, what we would have to pay for a private 24-hour care, give to me. And not even 24-hour, because I'm not here 24 hours, but start paying me a paycheck for this. She's got a jar full of, that I buy her, of the Hershey's miniatures, all the different kinds. And I don't usually have a craving for it, but I do right now. But I won't eat it because it's pure sugar and chocolate, and Lord only knows. I want to show you the phone that I got her. This is the phone we use. And you see the top, it's got names. And you can actually put pictures and you just press the name and it dials. That's what I have to do. I have to pre-program my uncle's Alzheimer's. This is for Alzheimer's and dementia patients. And here's the clock I had spoke of before. You see how it pretty much tells her everything. I have to leave notes everywhere. I got notes hanging up on her range. I got notes all over the place because she's completely lost. But so I have to sit around here for another hour, and then I'm gonna go home. I'll check in with you guys later. Bye. Going down to pick up my mom. Down on the first floor. Gotta go pick her up and walk her to her apartment. I just did more cleaning out, believe it or not. She had more stuff that I cleaned out. So, talk to you in a little while. Can't wait to get in my bed. Honestly, I can't wait to get in my bed.
Your mom's
I'm sorry. Jeez. I'm signing off. Long day. You came along with me. The saga with my mom never ends. Without going into deep detail, there was, a phone call when the aide came for dinner. She was very suspicious. I called my sister and said, I can't, I've been there today. I was there last night. I can't, you call her. You deal with it. My sister was on the phone with her for an hour. My sister literally called me back and said, forgive my French, she's effing crazy. Worse than ever. And I said, I told you. She was telling my mother that Sid and I, every morning, pack up her stuff and move her to a different place every day. We did it again this morning. I went downstairs and I said, Sid, want to know what we did this morning? We moved my mother. Apparently we do this every day. And Sid goes, well, why aren't we starting our own company? I go, I don't know, because we're pretty good and we're really quick. My sister literally said, I want you to get up and walk to your window, look out in that back, because her apartment juts out to the backyard area. And it's woods and just grass and knolls. And she goes, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to see because I've been to your apartment. My mother does, comes back to the phone and says, they are so good, they found an apartment that had the exact same backyard as the last one. Sid and I are really good. So we were talking about strategies. My sister's very worried that I'm burning out. She said she's going to make you crazy. And I go, honey, I was crazy before this. Crazy was a long time ago. I passed crazy 3 years ago. I'm ready for the insane asylum now. I'm sorry about the lighting, but I'm not going to turn the overhead light on. So I said, I'm not going to, if I was to get better, I'm not going to get better being stressed. And she's very worried about me. And so we're trying to discuss strategies and what I can say to her. And because nothing my sister said. My sister, Elaine, lies through her teeth. I never see her. She told my sister she never sees me. I was just there today. So when my sister said, hold up, Elaine was just there today. Oh, wait, that's right, because they made her. And my sister's like, they made her? She had to come out of duress. The people made her. Wow. Scary stuff. So I just joined yet another support group for caregivers, how to take care of ourselves. because it is becoming a daily thing now. Even with all the aides and the nurses, I'm still way too involved. And my sister's telling me, don't answer the phone to her. Turn on the camera, see what she's doing. If she's not harmed and she's okay, don't answer the phone. Don't answer the phone, because you can't fix it. I can't fix her. Last night, I had to start singing to calm her down. It was like calming a child, a crying baby. I didn't know what else to do. She was talking nonsense. She was crying. Some of her words, she doesn't even make sense. You know, she doesn't say the right words. I just started singing. I sang, I don't think I'm repeating myself. I don't know if I already said this earlier in the vlog, but I started singing the song from Ice Castles, one of my favorite songs. And she calmed down and was like just looking me right in my eye. She never makes eye contact, making eye contact, and said, "What song is that?" And I go, "Oh, it's a song from a movie, Ice Castles." "Oh, it's beautiful." Then I started singing, "Mary, Did You Know?" "Mary, did you know that your baby boy..." Sang the whole song. She literally said, "That's giving me goosebumps. That's a beautiful song." And it calmed her down. I thought, okay, singing helps. Because talking and praying and pulling out a puzzle and doing hand jive didn't help, but singing helped. So tomorrow, when she starts with the, "I want to go home, this isn't my home," I'm going to tell her, okay, we'll bring you home tomorrow. And then the next day, I'll tell her again, you're going to go home tomorrow. We're getting your new place ready. Because with dementia, they don't remember. And I'll see if that works. Because I don't know what else to do. I can't, as I said in an earlier vlog, you can't reason with them, can't argue with them, you can't reorient them. And she's the stages of dementia, I gotta remember. Well, she's definitely she's moderately. Severe would be she's not remembering who we are. She's not able to really speak correctly at all. So she's not severe yet, but she's moderate. She's not. When she moved here, it was slight. And slight being, couldn't remember earlier in the day. Now she can't remember 15 minutes ago. Walking up to her apartment after bingo, she lives in a 2-story building. She says, "Did you know that these buildings are connected? These 2 buildings?" And I'm like, it's a building. But I was like, oh, okay. Because my instinct was to argue and say, no, this is one building, Mom. Because then she proceeded to tell me she was up on the 3rd floor, and she doesn't leave her apartment. I was up on the 3rd floor, walking around and checking things out, and I realized the 2 buildings are connected. My answer was a perfect. I said, wow, I didn't know that. That's cool. Then as I was getting ready to leave, I said, okay, Mom, it's been a nice day. I'll see you later. Sid's downstairs to pick me up. Oh, Sid's here to take you home? And I said, yeah. And she goes, oh, good, because I'm too tired to drive you home. I didn't want to have to drive you home. Of course, the old lady wanted to say, you can't drive me home. You don't have a car and you haven't driven in a billion years. I didn't say that. I said, well, thanks for the offer, but no, Sid's here, so I'm good. Maybe next time. So that's my day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm sure that this is a wicked long vlog, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't watch the whole thing, but Lord willing, we'll be at it again. My new vlog is going to be chronically ill / caregiver to a dementia patient or a dementia loved one or I'll figure it out. Bye-bye.